All right, welcome in. Happy Monday. Tubers, I'm back. Woo, woo. Let's go. All right, with that being said, thank you all so very much for being here with me today, because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me and I appreciate you. So with that being said, let's make sure that we are doing all of the good things while we are here. Let's make sure we are tapping that screen, sharing the live, reposting, knocking out those gift goals. Also, let's see here. Keep that comment section going, all right? You see a Trump supporter in the chat, tell them to request up. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, as my little sister would say. Also, if you're over on the tube, hi tubers, make sure that you are subscribing. If you're new, this is the Erica Effect. I am Erica Shante. I have a way with people. I don't know how, but I do. But with that being said, y'all, additionally, make sure you keep the comment section going that you are liking the stream. All right, let's make sure we're doing all of the good things, guys, as my shirt says. All right, and if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Again, thank you all so very much for being here, because you could be anywhere else, but you are here with me, and your kindness is appreciated and everything is accepted. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Tubers, people over on the tube, I should say. If you're watching, you can call the number on your screen. That number is 720-295-4868. Again, 720-295-4868. And if you're over on the TikToks, go ahead and make that blue and pink sign at the bottom of your screen gray. Get in a box. We're having real conversations with real people. All right? Awesome. Listen to the song. She stepped in the room. I knew this song was good once Bubba said he liked it. There we go. All right, I guess we got to go ahead and get started. Let's see what we got. Yeah, only request up if you are in fact a Trump supporter. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. You are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. Let's stop the music. Okay, so guys, here's the deal, right? Trump is full of shit. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Hi to everyone. Hello, welcome in. I'm about to put my toe on my soapbox. Okay, I'm super sick of the Trump administration and the corruption that is happening. I can't take it anymore. It's frustrating, and I'm sick and tired of these people gaslighting us into thinking that we're crazy. We're not crazy, all right? We're not crazy. They are playing in our fucking faces. All right, as many of you know, I just did a video about it. You haven't seen it yet, you will. When you do, please like it. Please repost it. Please comment. Do all of the good things, guys. That's on both on the tube and on TikTok. All right, but here's the dealio. Also, the TikTokers got a longer version, and for my members over there on the tube, I'm going to post a longer version today with just a little bit of additional information. Hey, Shauna. Okay, so here's the dealio, y'all. We know that Trump and his sons, the two oldest ones, they sued the IRS for releasing their tax returns. Okay, blah, 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 whatever. All right. I mean, people voted for him anyways without knowing what his tax returns were. All right. We really think that people were going to get upset and be like, I'm not going to support him because he didn't pay anything in taxes? No, people don't give a fuck. They're going to lick his boots anyways. They don't care. All right. That's the type of world that we live in. This society in the United States of America, people don't care about corruption at all. All right. Like, they're still going to go out and they're going to vote because Donald Trump speaks to their hatred. He speaks to what they don't like. And you know what? I know people say love is a great unifier. No, the fuck it ain't. Hate is the greatest unifier that we have. All right. I need everyone to understand that. You know what? Two people that can't stand each other can find commonality if they hate the same person or hate the same thing. All right. They could become the best of friends because they hate the same fucking thing. All right. So that's why people voted for Donald Trump. They don't care that he's a bad businessman. They don't care that he is a sexual assaulter. They don't care that he's a creep. They don't care that he doesn't know what the fuck it is that he's doing. They do not care. But what they do care about, right, is that Donald Trump gives them permission to be hateful, to be bigots, because they themselves are in fact bigots. All right. They hate trans people. Trans people. All right. They hate queer. Well, I can't say queer. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect anyone. They hate gay people. All right. They hate women. We know that part. All right. They hate poor people. Oh my God, do they fucking loathe poor people? If you need any type of government assistance, they fucking hate you. They don't like you. Okay. I need everyone to actually understand that. And I think it's crazy that people get so, when I say we, I'm talking about the American public as a whole. I think it's fucking crazy that we get upset with people who have to use government assistance, such as like food stamps or Medicaid or Medicare. And Medicare is a fucking requirement because once you hit a certain age, you can't get regular fucking insurance unless you're super duper rich. All right. How many of us are super duper rich at the age of 67? I just want to know. The way things are working out, I'm going to be 40 years old, all right, in 2 weeks, okay? May 31st, 40 years old. By the time I reach 67, all right, fucking Social Security would be a thing of the past, all right? All of that money that I've put into Social Security, that I continue to put into Social Security, I'm not going to get it back. Not at all. There's no return on that investment for me. I promise you, it's not, okay? Now, with that being said, Trump and his sons sued the DOJ. Who are you and why are you here? I'm on my soapbox. Okay? My toe is firmly planted. So, as I was saying, Trump and his sons sued the IRS for $10 billion. $10 billion, guys. 10 billion American taxpayer dollars. Okay? Instead of going through the courts, they decided that, you know what, we're going to let the case go, okay, as long as the Department of Justice sets up this fund, the anti-weaponization fund, all right, where me and my friends, we can sue not sue, I'm not going to say sue, where we can claim the money. Of course he was going to skedaddle. Of course he was. Like, run, please. You're not even wanted here. So, anywho, they don't even go through the courts. A judge didn't even sign off on this. This was something that Trump's personal attorneys and the Department of Justice worked out, which is totally outside of bounds. You can't fucking do that. But yet here we are. Because guess what Donald Trump says every single moment of every single day? Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? Who the fuck is gonna check Donald Trump? Nobody is gonna check him. Congress is not going to hold him accountable for anything. We have seen them vote against the War Powers Act several times. We've seen Republicans do it. Okay. Even when the 60 days were up, in regards to Iran, Donald Trump said, I don't have to show them anything. He was supposed to provide evidence to Congress, all right, and basically like validate why we attacked Iran on February 28th. This motherfucker said, because there was a ceasefire, all right, it started over. The clock started over. That's what Donald Trump said. He said the clock started over. All right. But no one can show us in the War Powers Act where it says anything about a reset, about a clock starting over, about ceasing, about stopping. Nothing. You can pull it up and you can read through it. There's nothing about it. It's supposed to be from the day of the attack, that they are 60 days from the day of the attack. They are supposed to provide the evidence. Donald Trump, nothing. And Congress is like, you know what? He's right. There was a ceasefire. Like, the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing where we've gotten to the point where there is absolutely no accountability whatsoever? It is frustrating. And people are like, TDS much? No, I'm sorry. I don't have TDS. I don't have TDS. What I do have, all right, is a functioning brain. Okay. I also have the emotional awareness and emotional intelligence and maturity to understand when I'm being gaslit. That's what it is. And my whole thing is that they have $1.7 billion, and some are rounding it up to 1.8 billion. But they have all that fucking money, right? But we still have 1 in 4 children in the United States of America going hungry. It's no longer 1 in 5, so it's not 20%. It's 25% of American children are going hungry. But we're going to let January 6ers, all right, file claims, and us as taxpayers are going to fucking pay them. It was a fucking insurrection. And I have a video, all right? I have a video, and we're going to go through it. And I don't care what happens to the live today. I don't fucking care. I'm just over it. I'm fucking over it. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It doesn't. And they act like these people are okay with the Trump administration doing stuff like this, right? Right? Where they can just have a slush fund where Trump's corporations can fucking sue, can make claims. His businesses can file a claim against the American people. And guess what, y'all? We won't know the outcome of it. What the fuck are we doing? Like, what is happening here? And why are people okay with it? It's like nothing that you're ever going to be able to say will make it make any sense. Nothing that you'll be able to say will ever make it make any sense because it simply doesn't. This is disgusting. Jacob, are you a Trump supporter? Not the teacupping. Oh, not the skedaddle. What I am seeing here is that we have a bunch of comment cucks today. All right. A bunch of, I was going to say soy boys, but I can't say that. I was told I couldn't say that. All right. So we have a bunch of, comment warriors, Trump's my daddy, all right, in the comments. But as soon as they're on stage, and they get to perform, guess what? They don't want to perform anymore. You know why? Because they can't defend this nonsense. It makes absolutely no fucking sense what is happening here. But I do want to show you a video. I'm going to run through it. So I'll skip certain parts, so on and so forth. But I want to share this video with everybody. I do. Let me copy the link. Seriously, I don't have any words. Just what the fuck are we doing here? This shit doesn't make any sense. How do we have homeless people. Okay? We do. We have people who go to work every single day, but still can't afford a home. That's what we have. That's what we have in the United States of America. People who go to work every single day, but they can't afford to put food on the table. They can't afford housing. They simply can't afford it. They can't afford to have insurance, to have medical insurance. Some can't even afford to have car insurance if they have a vehicle. So there's that part. No, shit is not new, but when it's been exacerbated, all right, by the current administration, then we do have to talk about it. I hate this whole thing. Well, that's always been the case. No shit, Sherlock. However, when the number of people who can't afford to eat, all right, is growing exponentially, all right, under a current administration, we're not going to say it's always been that way. There's a difference between 100,000, all right, and 10 million. I want you to let y'all know that. There's a huge difference between those numbers. And then also another thing is that no one in the United States of America should go without food. No one in the United States of America should go without housing. And I guarantee you, all that you would do if you were sent an invite is come up here and slur. You would just simply come up here and slur because you do not actually have an argument. The basis for you supporting this is simply cruelty. That's all that it is to it. You like seeing other people suffering. That's it. Y'all suck. And y'all not even good at this. Your arguments suck. Your claims suck. Your debate skills suck. Y'all suck is what y'all do. I had someone get upset with me today because I said I fully believe in bullying. And I do. And I will. I don't have to pretend that Trump supporters are smart. I don't, and I won't. Also, they changed the layout box for TikTok Studio. This is going to be interesting. But we're going to watch this video. And what happens, happens. This is the video from Congress when they were doing the hearings about the insurrection, right? And this is basically the footage from the Capitol attack. I did not say soy boy.
As we
I said
provide
I can't
answers
say
to the
soy
American
boy.
people about January 6th, I include in the
There we go.
record.
Yeah, just for awareness, be advised, there's probably about 300 Proud Boys. They're marching eastbound in this 400 block of
It's so
kind of
peaceful.
Independence, actually on the mall towards the United States Capitol.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today because everyone's just going to have to watch for themselves. But it's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
Who speaks? Our streets! Who speaks? Our streets! Who speaks? Our streets!
Guys, make sure you're doing all the good things. Tap the screen, share the live, repost, do all of the good things.
Understand the side. Pick a side. These are our streets.
They sound so peaceful.
$20 a picture.
I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so. I hope so. Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people. Mike Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to
show strength. You have to show strength. I'm going to show you something
Cruiser
here.
50, it does look like we're going to have an ad hoc march stepping off here. There's a crowd surge heading east.
We love Trump. We love Trump. We love Trump. We love Trump. We love
Trump.
Priority. We just had protesters. Peace circle. Preach the line. We need backup.
We need backup.
Madam Speaker, the Vice President and the United States Senate.
We're going to give riot warnings. As soon as the outriders here, we're going to give riot warnings. We're going to try to get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50, be advised, Capitol Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
Remember, you hear what they just said? They're declaring it a riot. They're declaring it a riot. You can't get a Trump supporter to admit that this shit was a riot. You can't get them to it. They would literally tell you it was a peaceful protest. That was a riot. That was a riot that turned into an insurrection is what that was. But you cannot get a Trump supporter, all right, to admit it. You can't. You honestly, you can't. And I wonder why that is. Have they sunken so low that they don't even believe their own eyes? Why the fuck am I even asking that question? Of course they don't believe their own eyes. They don't believe any fucking thing that they see. Nothing. They think that everything is friggin' rainbows and sunshine. Hey, fucking A, man. The fuck? That's the best commentary that I have for this. The fuck are we doing? Continue.
Yeah, copy.
Hold the line! Hold the line! Hold the line! Hold the line!
That's violent.
42,
We're about 5 mics out. We're trying to make our way through all this.
Someone get me a New York cab to get the hell out of here. This is peaceful. This is peaceful, y'all.
50, we have a breach of the Capitol. Breach of the Capitol to the upper level.
Jack, be advised they're requesting additional resources on the east side as they've broken into that window and they're trying to kick it in.
Without objection, the chair declares the House in recess pursuant to Clause 12B of Rule 1.
Give me a moment. Hey, chat, I just want to let you know, it's not anyone with the love by their name. I just want to let you know, if you're new here, I would just advise you, all right, please don't ask me accusatory questions. Okay. All right. Because what you're telling me is that you are, in fact, new here. So if you have a question for me, simply just ask the question, but do not ask me any accusatory questions. I talk about Congress. I talk about the Supreme Court. I talk about them all the time and how they are derelict in their duty. Okay, so again, do not ask me accusatory questions. By all means, you can ask questions. I'm happy to answer. All right, but what you're not going to do is you're not going to accuse me of not talking about something. That's all I got to say about that. With that being said, are we getting a Caso raid? Hey, Caso. Welcome in, Caso Raiders. Make sure we are doing all of the good things. I currently have my my big toe on my soapbox and a little bit perturbed. So, but thank you for being here. Do all of the good things. Tap the screen, share the live, repost. Let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Also, let's go ahead and knock out the New York taxi cabs. I'm trying to get me one to get the fuck up out of here. And, yeah, do all the good things. Oh, and if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Again, thank you all so very much for everything, because all is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right, let's get back to this video.
Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution, giving states a chance to certify a corrected set of facts, not the fraudulent or inaccurate ones, whether it's today.
I want to read this. So he says, Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution, giving states a chance to certify a corrected set of facts, not the fraudulent or inaccurate ones, which they were asked to previously certify. USA demands the truth. This nigga here. And protect our Constitution? Sir, let's be so honest. All right, you're the one you've been attacking the Constitution since the day you took office on January 20th, 2025. You've been attacking it. You've even been found, like your administration has been found of violating people's due process rights. I want us to be very serious here. You allowed your ICE agency, you allow ICE to use administrative warrants incorrectly without consequence at that. You allowed your ICE, all right, your ICE agency, okay, to dismiss hundreds of judges' orders. Hundreds. You were told to bring people back to the United States. You failed to do so. All right. You were told to release people from ICE detention. You failed to do so. They are doing everything against the law, and Congress is not holding Trump accountable. Simply, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. He's going against the law right now with the Epstein Transparency Act by not releasing all of the files. All right. And Todd Blanche straight up told us, we are not releasing the remaining files. That was it. We're not releasing them. Nothing. Even though there are, all right, congressmen and senators who have had to sign non-disclosure agreements because they've seen the files, but they can't talk about what it is that they've seen. Is that fucking bad? It's really that bad that they can't talk about what it is that they saw in the files, and then the Department of Justice is telling us that they're not going to release them. We have that part. We have that. But back to the slush fund. If you're just joining us from the Caso raid, again, I'm on my soapbox because Trump supporters are scared. All right, they're not requesting up. I'm okay with that. Oh, fuck, why are they calling?
Call from
Norm.
Hi, Norm. Are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
50.
Okay. All right, why are you still supporting Trump even though he's stealing money from the American people?
See, you tried to add something to it, and so that part of it's fake. So let's just say I do support Trump, and then we can address the question that you're trying to ask instead of making a statement, which is really just a lie. Because this is how you use disinformation. So how do you feel as a black woman being used by the Democratic Party to be manipulated?
I'm sorry,
how
are
do
you black?
Feel about that?
Are you black?
No, I'm
okay,
not.
then the fuck I'm gonna answer that question for? Why y'all always bringing race into this?
Why y'all
always want to talk about race? All y'all want to do is talk about race all the time. Look at you calling up here being contentious.
How come you can't answer that question?
Being contentious
you should be able
as
to answer
hell.
that question. Just
Being
asking
contentious
you as a
with your
black woman,
privileged
how do you feel about
self.
being used by the Democratic Party?
Like, do you think that?
No,
Do you think
how do
that
you
I
feel
don't have
about
the
being
ability to
used?
think for myself? Is that what it is?
I don't think you do.
You don't think that I
don't
have the
think you
ability to
do.
think for myself?
Because otherwise you
I
would
know
see
that
you're
you don't
being
have the
used.
ability to think for yourself because here
Oh,
you
see, there
are,
we go. Here
poor
comes the
and white,
projection.
voting
You
for
can't
Donald
answer the
Trump while
question.
he makes billions
You
of
can't
dollars.
answer. Oh, really?
You support
I'm poor?
him.
You mean I don't
That's
own
what
three
you do.
businesses?
There you go. Shut the fuck up. How about that? How about that? Go on hold. Now listen here, bitch. All right, don't call my phone with the attitude, okay?
You're a
All right,
bitch.
because you're a fucking
You're not only a
idiot that
bitch,
doesn't know
but you're an
anything. You
ignorant
don't know
bitch. You're an
anything.
ignorant
You
bitch.
don't know
You can't answer
anything.
the
Now go suck your
question.
father's
You
dick and
can't
get the
answer the
fuck off my
question.
phone. The fuck is wrong with these people? Tap, tap, tap the screen, y'all. Tap, tap, tap the screen. Share the live. Do all of the good things. Don't call my phone being contentious. Don't do it. I'm not in the mood. Not today. Let's get back to the video. Do with this as you will. I'm not in the mood.
Do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution.
This is haberdashery.
Giving states a chance to certify
Absolute
a
malarkey,
corrected set of
tomfoolery,
facts,
shenanigans.
not the fraudulent or inaccurate ones which they were asked to previously certify. U.S. demands the truth.
Bring out Pence! Bring out Pence! Bring out Pence!
What the fudge? We're not gonna have to go to the gallows. I want to show you something here. This is when they breach it. They're in there. Welcome in, Castle Raiders. This is peaceful, by the way. This is peaceful, y'all.
We can't hold this.
Oh, I want you to.
We're gonna get too many fucking people here. Look at this fucking vantage point, man. We're fucked.
This is Capitol Police saying we're fucked. Capitol Police saying we're fucked. But it's peaceful, right? It's peaceful. These are the people that are going to be able to get up to $1 million each from a $1.7 billion fund. Okay? I want y'all to understand that. But guess what? We are going to have parents who are going to have to choose between taking care of their children or going to work so that they can meet the Trump new work requirements for Medicaid. I want y'all to understand that. All right. Because what the Trump administration is doing is cutting funding for caregivers. So people who have, all right, disabled children who take care of their children, okay? Because having a child that has some autonomy that can do for themselves is completely fucking different, all right, than having a child who fully relies on you to do everything for them. That is a complete difference. Okay? And they are cutting funding for caregivers. Make it make sense. How do you justify it? And these motherfuckers will be like, well, you're appealing to emotion. No, bitch, I'm not appealing to emotion. That's not fucking emotion. That is a fact. And if that fact makes you feel some type of way, then it's on you because you know what you did was fucking wrong. Again, hate is a great unifier. How about we all just fucking unify in our hate for the Trump administration, all right, and do something about this shit? Like, let's do something. I'm so fucking tired because I guarantee you, if we went to storm the Capitol, right, if we stormed the Capitol, they would not call it peaceful. They wouldn't call it peaceful, not the fuck at all. They would call it a riot. They would call it violent. They would call it domestic terrorism. That's what they would call it. But we have a Congress where the Republicans are the fucking majority and the Republicans are doing nothing to hold this administrative accountable. All they're doing is allowing it to happen. They have not given away their power. I want y'all to understand that Congress has not given away their power. They're simply not exerting their power. That's what they're not doing that. They know that they can stop this shit, but they're not doing it. They're not. And that is why November 3rd of this year, if you don't like what it is that you are experiencing right now, that you're seeing right now, if you don't like the fact that you have family members who can't eat, or if you don't like the fact that you got friends that can't afford homes, that can't afford housing, then make sure you vote for fucking people that will put funding towards programs that actually help people. And for the love of fucking God, all right, let's separate. We're going to have to compartmentalize people. We're going to have to start thinking big. Think big, bitch. Think big. All right? Think big. There's a difference between our domestic and our foreign policies here. All right. I'm a fucking black woman in the United States of America. I am not sitting out the vote. I'm not doing it. Do I like what's happening in Iran? No, I don't like what's happening in the Congo. I don't like what's happening in the Sudan. I do not like what the fuck they're trying to do in fucking Eritrea. All right. And in Somalia. I don't like it. I don't want it to happen. At the same time, I don't like what's happening here in my front yard either. Okay. I don't like what's happening in my front yard. And if I can do something, all right, or even if I have the illusion of fucking doing something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it. Seriously, like, you cannot send out. We had 90 million people sit out, and don't you ever tag my friend. I don't know who just tagged my friend. Don't you ever tag my friend because she fucking gets it. She fucking gets it. I am not in a good mood today. I don't know. Maybe I should have took a nap after flying. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Tap the screen, share the live, do something. I don't know. Knock out the cabs. I maybe should have took a nap after the flight. This is nonsense. This is it's just nonsense. And there's, at some point, y'all, it's like, when does it stop? When does it stop? When does it stop? That's all we need to know. No, Frey. I want to tell y'all about a conversation I had yesterday, but make sure I remember, and I'm going to tell y'all about it after this. It's almost over. We're skipping through it anyways.
We need an area for the housing members. They're all walking over now through the tunnels. We're trying to hold the upper deck. We're trying to hold the upper deck now. We need to hold the doors of the Capitol. This is wicked. I need court support. We lost the line. All MPD, pull back. All MPD, pull back up to the upper deck. All MPD, pull back to the upper deck. ASAP.
Let's do this right here. I want you to go watch the last few, and I want you to hear something.
Send to that West Karen door for backup.
He's attacking an officer. What happened to protect the blue?
People. These were great people. The crowd was unbelievable. And I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
Peaceful people. Peaceful people. But I want y'all to remember, he called Renee Nicole Good a domestic terrorist. All right. He told the National Guard, all right, to shoot the fucking Black Lives Matter protesters. What? I mean, and these motherfuckers believe it. That's the crazy part about it. It's like they don't see with their own eyes what everybody else can see. My mom is like, we're in the Twilight Zone. She's like, and she always quotes a Bible verse, basically what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. I think it's from Numbers. Is it from Numbers? I know it's in the New Testament, but yeah, I can't remember. I should text her and ask her. But yeah, it's just, this is... I just never knew so many people could be susceptible to like fucking, gaslighting. This is what? What? Everyone saw it. Like they were hitting police officers and they were breaking windows and breaking through doors. And again, may I say assaulting office? What? How is any of this peaceful? And we have cops saying that, you know what, this is a riot. We're declaring this a riot. Bruh. Here we are. Maybe it's time, guys. Maybe it's just time. Maybe it's time. Thank you. Just a few thank yous, and then I'm going to get into the conversation that I had yesterday. I might have to hit a restart. It's 830 people over here on friggin' TikTok. That many people over here on TikTok, and we got 268. We have over 1,000 people watching, and you telling me none of you are Trump supporters? None of you are Trump supporters? After I tell you my story, I get to sing a song. Oh, it's a person on the panel. Hi, person on the panel. I can't see your name. What's your name? Oh, they left. Not the skedaddle. That's the third one, by the way. Third skedaddle. One, guys.
You know the word skedaddle?
Third
skedaddle.
One.
Somebody said skedaddle.
Third one. I will be singing the song shortly. I promise. Just for you all. I will. But about this conversation that I did have. So I was on a conservative panel, a black conservative panel, but it had a bunch of white women up there. All right. And, I'm supposed to say thank yous. Guys, y'all supposed to, I got to go in order. I did take my medication today, so I don't know what this is all about. Give me a second. Let me get it together. I think it's the multitasking. Okay. I'm going to say the thank yous. I'm just looking for donuts, okay? I'm looking for donuts. I'm sorry. Trying to multitask and do all this jazz. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So, Thank you, Olive. Thank you very much for the $2. Olive says, sending you love always, enjoying seeing you and agree with you. Basic living needs aren't a luxury item. We need to panel again soon. Sure, by all means. Just let me know when. I'm typically available in the morning. All right. And let me know. Drop some hearts in the chat for Olive. And Olive sent another 3 and said, also, they took down the American flag and put up a Trump flag. They did do that. Yet MAGA will get their panties in a twist when we burn a flag for freedom of speech. Yes, because only they can disrespect. Only they can desecrate, the United States flag. No one else can, but if you vote for Trump, you can. So there's that part. And Ivan sent to and said, do you know what's crazy? Is that if we look at the videos of J6, you're not going to find not one Black person, Latino person, none of that. The Capitol was raided by white people, but I bet you if it was a bunch of immigrants that stormed the Capitol, they would care. They would care. They would care a lot. Also, they would have never made it that far. The fuck? They would have been stopped before they got across the street. What are we doing? Let's be honest with ourselves. Okay? We have to be honest. That would not have happened. But thank you all so very much. I appreciate y'all. Let's make sure we keep doing the good things, all of the good things, I should say. Drop those hearts in the chat for Ivan and for Olive. Let me see them. All right. And if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. And I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. All right. With that being said, thank you all so very much, because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. Yes, Enrique Tario is Afro-Latino. So yeah, he is Black. You ask him, he would say me no Black, but he is Black. You're right, he is Black, and he was there, and he was convicted, and he was pardoned. Here we are. Give me a moment. Oh, child. What was that? What did that say? Oh, awesome, palpable. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Make sure you let me know when you post it so I can look at it. Okay. All right. Let's get into what happened, guys, because boom, boom, boom. Okay. So yesterday I was on a Black Conservative Live. You may have seen me. I don't know if you did or you didn't, but was it Saturday? It was yesterday. It was yesterday. It had to be yesterday, I think. But I was there. And of course, they talking about race, because it's all the fuck they talk about. And few people, it was a Black ass conversation. I ain't gonna hold you. It was a Black ass conversation. Yet, all right, they had to interject themselves into the conversation. And one of the people says, what's your problem with the raceless society? What's my problem with the raceless society? Okay, bet. So I asked one of the Black men on the panel, all right, hey, if we, all right, no longer had race as a categorization, all right, we didn't have to do that. No one had to identify as white, Black, Asian, Pacific Islander, indigenous. We didn't have to identify, all right, by a race. Would racism go away? He immediately said no. And that is the point. So that's my problem with the raceless society. All right. Because in a raceless society, all right, you can take away the categorization. I don't know why the fuck I struggle with that word. Like my tongue gets stuck right here. But we can take away the classification, however the fuck you want to put it. We can take it away. All right. But the systems in play will still exist. All right. We will still have the disparities. All right. In medicine. Okay. In medical care. We'll still have the disparities in housing, in lending, in banking. We'll still have it, okay? They don't go away. We'll still have the disparities in our criminal justice system. We will still have it. That's the thing I want people to understand. Like, shit don't go away just because you give it a new name. Shit don't go away just because you don't talk about it. It's still there. If I have cancer and I don't talk about my cancer doesn't go away. It doesn't suddenly get better just because I don't think about it. That doesn't happen. I want people, like, what are we doing? I know that for some people, it soothes them. It makes them feel so much better. It comforts them. All right. To think that these things are in fact possible. No, I do not have cancer. I was using it as an analogy. All right. No, I don't. All right. But it soothes them and makes them feel comfortable. Right? It really does. It makes them feel comfortable to not think about these things. All right. To say silly shit like, I don't see color. All right. It makes them feel better because facing the truth for some people is so friggin' hard. It's so hard, and it makes them do introspection that they simply just don't want to do. They don't want to do it. All right. They'd rather pretend that shit is all rainbows and sunshine, all right, than face the truth that, hey, white people in the United States of America and even fucking globally have done some really fucked up stuff. All right. You cannot name a country, all right, a country that white people have been to. And remember, y'all gave yourselves this classification. I want y'all to understand that. All right. Black people did not come up with this. All right. Indigenous people didn't come up with this classification, this system. We didn't do it. All right. We didn't. We did not do it. It was white people. Y'all came up with this system. And every single place that you've touched on this earth, you have caused harm. You have.
Call from
Dave.
To accept,
$2
press
is
1.
gonna slur.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, hi.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 35.
35? Okay. Are you in the States?
Yeah, I'm in the States.
Okay. All right. And why are you still supporting Trump?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say that I'm African, and the reason why I love Donald Trump is because there are so many things
Ain't no fucking way
doing in the Christian, in the body of Christ.
Are you Nigerian?
For example, no, I'm not Nigerian.
You're not Nigerian, but you think that Donald Trump's a Christian.
I'm not saying he's a Christian. I'm saying what he did for the Christian community, right?
What did he do for the Christian community?
Europe, yeah, you look, for example, you look in Europe, people were arrested preaching in the streets. In Canada, it was happening last year, where Christians, when they would preach, they were getting arrested, sentenced to 3-4 years in jail for preaching the gospel.
Where? What country?
In Canada.
Right? I thought you said in Europe. Canada's not in Europe.
No. Europe, they did the same thing in the UK. You can look up on your internet, and also in Canada.
I know Russia was persecuting Christians like Jehovah's Witnesses.
You can look up.
I know Russia was doing that, but you did say Europe. And so you said this was happening in the UK and it also happened in Canada?
Yes, please look up right now.
And you said that they were simply just arrested for preaching?
Yes, it's a free speech. Yes, they were arrested. There are people, many have been arrested. Even yesterday, they're still arresting people for preaching Jesus Christ. And when the
Are you sure it was for preaching, or were they doing it for? Were they arrested because they were doing it somewhere that they shouldn't have been doing it? There's a difference.
No. Please look up. They were preaching the gospel. And when Vance went to Europe summit, Doves, he spoke against it. He said, "Why are you persecuting Christians for preaching in the streets?" And when you look at Muslims, they have massacres everywhere.
Yeah, you're full of poop. You're full of poop.
Mm-hmm.
There's no instance. You're full of poop, especially in Canada. You're full of poop.
No, there is in Canada.
Then tell me the name of the person that was arrested.
Second, let me look up. I'm not sure.
Go ahead, use your internet and look it up.
No, I'm saying it's not for you to insult me.
I'm not insulting you. I'm just telling you to use your internet and look it up. And telling you that you're full of poop isn't insulting you. It's to telling the truth. You're full of poop. You're lying. Just get the information for me and then give it here. And then I'll look it up, okay?
Okay. So
what's the person's name?
It says, go, can you search Bill C9, Act for Canada. Bill C for Christmas 9 for Canada.
This isn't a person's name.
No, I want you to look into it to tell that they are against Christians.
I want the person's name that was arrested for simply preaching Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Give me their name.
I might not know the name.
Have hold music. I'll play it for you. I promise.
No, I'm saying I might not have the name, but I'm giving you the BC9 for you to look at it.
So you're saying Bravo, Canada, 9.
Yes.
What is that?
C9 Act. It's a hate speech legislation that they've implemented. That whoever is found preaching in any institution, corridors, train station, will be arrested. Look it up.
I'm sorry, for preaching what?
Preaching the gospel.
No. You said you named places.
Yeah. Anyway, in public institutions, train station, anywhere you think of.
I don't believe you.
Just look it up.
Yeah, nah, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
No,
Why would
you
I
are
lie to
lying. Because the only instances of people being arrested in like Canada would be like people who were disturbing the peace. All right. People who were spewing the message, like if there was like a LGBTQIA plus event happening and it was someone there who was anti and they were saying, wrong things. So again, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Donald Trump, all right, is not a Christian and he does not support Christianity. All right. He actually goes against it.
Okay, that's your opinion, right?
It's your opinion to think that he's a Christian. The fuck? Or that he's for Christianity.
No, I'm not saying it's for Christianity or he's a Christian. What I'm saying is he's speaking against the persecutions.
There's not persecution to prosecute someone for using hate speech.
Okay, you spoke about Canada. Did you look up in Europe? You also look up in Europe. Look up in Europe and see what's going on there.
No, I don't feel like doing your research for you, so give me something to look into.
Nah.
No, I'm sick and tired. No. You made the claim. Tell me what it is that I'm looking for.
Christians being persecuted, getting arrested, sentenced to
That's exactly what I look for in Canada. And guess what? All right. There's no direct cases of people being arrested in Canada for preaching. No direct cases. But what you can find is that there were instances of people arrested or ticketed, all right, for disturbing the peace or for harassment. Like David Lynn was arrested in Toronto for causing a disturbance after using a bullhorn to preach in the LGBTQ friendly church Wesley Village. All right.
Isn't that freedom of speech?
No,
say whatever you want
because freedom of speech in the U.S. is different from freedom of speech in Canada. It's different from freedom of speech in Germany. It's different from freedom of speech in France. It's different from freedom of speech in the U.K. Freedom of speech, all right, is determined by the people within that territory, within that country, within that land. You cannot apply what happens here in the United States of America elsewhere. So anywho, as I was saying, all right, why are you still supporting Trump?
Why am I supporting Trump? Because it's protecting the world from a lot of things. There's a lot of things that is happening. Fake news, gay rights, LGBTQ is trying to abolish all that nonsense.
So you go to bed thinking about people's genitals, huh?
No, yeah, I'm telling you this. He's doing a great job.
You go to bed thinking about what other people do in their beds? That's what you do?
No. You
don't?
Listen, you opening
You
a
don't?
channel.
Why you care so much about what people do in their beds? As long as it's between two consenting adults, why do you care?
Listen, the problem you have, right? It doesn't mean that on a podcast you are right. You think if you have a podcast you are right. You are not right. Try to be corrected.
I can what about my rights? I'm sorry. Say that slower for me.
Okay, you need to be corrected at the end of the day.
I need to be corrected? What do I need to be corrected about, sir?
Why are you against Donald Trump?
Why am I against Donald Trump?
Yep.
Oh, because I like for sex to happen between two consenting adults, not an adult and a child. Donald Trump's name and his relationship with Epstein, way too much for me. Something in the milk ain't clean. Nah, I'm going to keep talking. You ask me why I don't like him, and I'm going to keep telling you why. All right, so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay? Additionally, Additionally, I don't like the fact that Donald Trump is conning the American people out of billions of dollars. I don't like that at all. That don't sit well in my spirit. I don't like it. Also, additionally, all right, I don't like that Donald Trump has made more in the first year and about a half of his second administration than all other 44 people to serve as president combined. That man has made over $3 billion. $3 billion as president of the United States of America, all right, since January 20th of 2025. Additionally, another thing that I don't like, all right, is Donald Trump gave away to the UAE, all right, our most valuable chips. Our most valuable chips, he gave them bitches away to the fucking UAE for what? It was like a $6 billion investment into his World Liberty Foundation that's headed by his sons. Bruh. I don't like that at all. I don't like that Donald Trump has cut funding to social programs like SNAP, which is how people get to eat. I don't like how he's cutting Medicaid. So now caregivers, people who take care of their disabled children, aren't able to do so. I don't like that. It's much more I don't like, but I think that's enough for right now.
Hold on a second. Are you a Democrat or what?
What?
Are you a Democrat?
No, what I am is I'm anti-Trump.
You're anti-Trump. Okay. What you're saying to me, right, I'm trying to find answers or trying to understand what you're trying to say, but I don't. If you look
how you don't understand what I'm trying to say when I just gave you multiple reasons as to why I don't like Donald Trump?
Right now, the country is in a good place.
No, it's
compared
not.
To Joe Biden's administration. I'm telling you this.
I'm telling you it's not. The fuck are we doing here? How is it in a good place? How is the United States in a good place? Please, by all means, tell us.
He's trying to reset the clock. We had messed up. This country was going back. For example, let me give you an example, right? You look at, I'm against LGBTQ plus and whatever they call it, right? Why is it that when you go to schools, they were promoting gays and lesbians on young kids?
I'm about to moonwalk all over this motherfucker. That's not like the moonwalks.
Please explain that to me.
Oh, Billie Jean is not my
Would
lover.
you want your
ass
daughter
boy.
or your son to be gay or to be a lesbian?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because you're not a religious person. You're not a Christian. You're not a child of God.
You don't know what I am.
No, because
you don't know what I am. That's the thing about it. You're a very judgmental person. To claim that you are a follower of Christ, you're extremely judgmental. I don't know why you are. And you know, one of the things that they say that you can do is that you can judge a person by their fruits. Your fruits are rotten, bro. They're super rotten. Like, you're a bigot. You're a bigot. Nothing in the New Testament, if you claim to be a follower of Jesus Christ, nothing in the New Testament tells you to hate. Tells you to hate. It don't. It actually talks about the act. And then again, also, it doesn't really even do that, because what you think it is that you hate, all right, was added in the Bible in 1946. And it was a mistranslation. So there's that part.
Okay. So you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong.
You're wrong. God ain't got nothing to do with this. This is all you. This is all you. Just proving my point, all right, that people don't vote for Donald Trump because they think he's doing good. All right. They voted for Donald Trump, and they're still supporting Donald Trump because he hates what they hate. Hate is the great unifier. And you're proving the point right now. You hate gay people because you're a bigot.
Yeah, I don't hate them. That's the problem.
You literally said out of your own mouth earlier that you hate them.
Listen,
you said that earlier.
I don't hate them. Can I explain to you? All right. I don't hate them. But you can't promote. I believe everybody. You're a woman. I'm a man, right? For example. Can you allow your child to be gay? That's a simple question.
Listen, sir, I don't control my child. I don't control my child.
Now, let me teach you.
I don't control my child.
The Bible says, train up a child.
And my child is attracted to who they're attracted to. As long as the other person is a consenting adult once they're of age, then you know what? I don't give a fuck what they do. I I don't care. All right, because I'm not a hateful bigot. Their choice, bodily autonomy, bro.
The Bible says, train up a child the way he should be trained.
Yeah, train up a child in the way in which they should be trained. And guess what?
Yeah.
That means being kind, showing empathy, all right, being understanding, being compassionate, being a good listener, being emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent, being able to critically think, being able to have discernment, to make rational decisions, to be logical, to even think things through pragmatically. That is what you're supposed to do.
That's what I'm
not
supposed
judge
to do.
them because of who they decide to sleep with. That's stupid.
That's not stupid.
It is stupid.
So okay, when your parents give birth to you, right? You became a male or a female. So why do you transition when you get old?
What?
Why do you change?
What? Huh? What? What did you say?
Didn't you hear what I said?
No, I didn't.
What
did you say?
We've got two genders, a male and a female. So my question to you is, why is it when these people get old, they discover that they've got
What state are you in? What state are you in?
I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
You're in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it right there? What time is it?
6:12.
6:12? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay, give me 2 seconds, okay? Just give me one moment here.
Okay.
Just give me a moment.
All
right. So this is what I did, right? This is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I Googled problems facing Minnesotans at this time. That's what I Googled.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm going to look at an article. All right. It's from February 16th of 2026. It's from NPR News. All right. That's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Here's what we have. Affordability and cost of living. Persistent inflation and climbing gas prices are outpacing wages, placing a heavy financial strain on families. Housing costs remain brutal, and the demand at state food shelves have doubled since 2021. Healthcare costs. Healthcare expenses continue to outpace wage growth, forcing difficult choices for residents, with many reporting they have had to skip necessary care due to cost. Public safety and gun violence. Tragic shootings of school children and lawmakers have sparked urgent debates and calls for stricter gun control legislation, including assault weapon bans.
Right.
Does any of that fucking say anything about trans people or gay people? People have bigger fucking fish to fry than to care about what's going on between someone's legs. The fuck are we even doing here? Why do you care?
Can we go back to Biden administration?
No, we can't go back to the Biden administration because we're talking about Donald Trump right now, sir.
I can point out thousands. You guys are looking for a problem.
You're looking for a problem. You're looking for a problem. Instead of actually focus on problems that actually exist, sir, all right, you are creating a problem where none exists. No one gives a rat's banana, all right, about what bathroom someone uses, all right? No one cares about who wants to play on a sports team. You can't even name me someone outside of Leah Thompson. And I don't think her last name is Thompson. I think it's Thomas, all right? But you can't name me someone out of that young lady who did the swimming, okay, who won a national championship, who got a gold medal. You can't do that. Do it right now. Right now. Go. Name me one. Name me a trans person right now. Do it.
Come on.
You can't do it. That's why. You can't do it. That's why. Because you're creating a problem where there is none. Again, you only support Donald Trump because you're united in hate with him. That's it. That's all. You want to try something else?
No. Let's keep going because I just feel like you guys, you look at the problem that Trump has created, right? And you don't focus on what Biden did when he was in the office, right? And you talk about the gas price in Minnesota, right? What caused the gas price? We all know what happened. What caused the gas price? It just
What caused the gas price?
with the war with Iran. No, of course, the Hamas.
Do we need to be in a war with Iran right now?
Yes, we are.
We do need to be in a war with them right now.
Yeah, we have to.
We do? Really? Really? We need to be in a war with them right now?
Yeah, we need to stop those crazy people.
Oh, we need to stop them. Okay. All right. So we need to stop Iran, all right, from doing what exactly?
We need to stop them from having nuclear weapons. That's all.
But since you want to talk about former presidents, there was once a president named Barack Obama who actually got Iran to sit down at the table, all right? And they came up with a deal. It was called the JCPOA, is what it was called.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? You won't be able to provide me any type of evidence whatsoever that shows that the state of Iran was outside of the guidelines, that they were not adhering to the JCPOA prior to May of 2018. You won't be able to do it because guess what? They weren't. So we had a deal in place that was keeping them from getting a nuclear weapon. We had it. Guess who took us out of it? Guess who ripped it up and said, fuck this deal? And solely fuck it because Barack Hussein Obama is the one that negotiated it and signed on the dotted line. Guess who said fuck it? His name starts with a T and ends in rump.
Continue.
No, I want you to guess. I gave you a hint. It starts with a T and ends in rump. What's his name?
I don't know. You talking. I'm not going to answer your questions right now because you're not answering my questions.
I've answered all your questions. You don't want to say Trump? You don't want to say Trump? Say Trump. It was Trump. It was Trump. Say Trump.
Yeah, I know what you're trying. I know your answer, but I don't want to tell you why. Because
because it's the truth.
You're trying to cast an aspersion on Donald Trump, right? But we don't go back and see who started these wars before even Trump came into the office.
Who started what war?
The Iran war.
Who started the Iran war?
Oh, come on. Before even Obama was in power, who destroyed the regime of Iran? So don't try to speak bad about Trump. Trump came in after they messed up Iran 10, 15 years ago.
The fuck are you talking about, sir?
So you don't know your history, right?
I do know my history. What I'm showing is that you don't know yours.
I know the history.
The war with Iran started on February 28, 2026. If you want to talk about American intervention in Iran, we can talk about that.
No. Bush is the one who destroyed Iran. Yes.
Which Bush?
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush is the one that... George W. is Junior.
Yeah. You need to Google and see what happened. They destroyed Iran. They destabilized Iran. They lied. It was asked if they had nuclear weapons, and they went in and destroyed Iran, and he realized later that they never had any nuclear weapons. That's something you don't know your history. That's why Trump is trying to fight with them.
You're just making up stuff, and you think you're not thinking about Iran. You're thinking about Iraq. Are you thinking about Iraq? The Iraq War?
It's just the same countries.
It's not the same countries. What the fuck are we even doing here? Like, bro, go read a book. Hold on.
Call from
Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Are you a Trump supporter?
Am I a Trump supporter?
Yes.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going to end the call. I hope you have a great day. Just looking to talk to Trump supporters, unfortunately. Okay. You're confusing Iraq and Iran. I want to let you know that.
So let me tell you something. So Iraq and Iran leaders are just the same.
No, they're not.
No, I'm telling you.
They're not the same.
You don't understand. So you don't know your history then. Go and ask them. Look up and check what happened. The war of Iran started in
3 galaxies, and I'll just end the call 3 galaxies. Let's see.
Around that time. Trump just got into the office just to clear up the mess.
Trump
guys
just
have
got
been
into the office to
debating.
clear up the mess that he created, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, my sister.
Yes.
1979. That's when the war started. These guys want power.
No.
They want to destroy the whole. They want
If
to
you
destroy
want to
the
go
whole
back
universe.
that far, guess what? Then we can go back to 1953 if you really want to do it. All right, when they overthrew Mossadegh, the prime minister, all right, and put the Shah into place. If you really want to go back that far. That's what we can do. American intervention and all, just Western intervention altogether. Hold on one moment. Did this person just call and say they're not a Trump supporter?
Call from
Jay.
Caller, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Didn't you just call and say you're not a Trump supporter?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Stop playing on my phone, okay?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Bye. You literally just called and said that you're not a Trump supporter.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No,
Bye. Okay. Anywho. This is ridiculous. All right. Say something smart.
No. I'm waiting for you to respond. You said Iraq and Iran is different. I want you to look up and see. Show me. If you don't know what you're talking about, Eric, you don't know.
Can you say Erica?
Erica, sorry.
There you go.
That's my accent. I'm sorry.
Can I tell you something? Your accent doesn't make you miss a whole A in a word, but let me tell you something.
He's saying, I don't hate you. Right. I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. That's all. So,
yeah, he do need to take a nap. I thought that said take a nap, badass, but that said he need to look at a map. Maybe I need to take a nap. Shit. Bruh. What are we doing anymore, guys? Like, what are we doing? Hey, caring about what's inside. These people gotta be paid actors, yo. Mr. Mike, thank you very much for the $2. I know he's still listening. He's over on the tube. He's listening. He do need to read a book. But Mr. Mike said, wait, this motherfucker got on here talking about freedom of speech. Why the fuck does he care about somebody else's bedroom? He don't even go here. Mr. Mike, I can't say the last part, but shout out to you, Mr. Mike. Also, Mr. Mike said another two and said, this God-fearing man is really preaching that gospel. Fucking hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Yes, that is very true. Shout out to Mr. Mike. Drop those hearts in the chat.
Call from
No.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I called to. I have a social work professor who has a pretty good take on why people are still supporting Trump, and I wanted to share it if that's all right.
Will it take you less than a minute?
Yeah, less than 30 seconds probably.
Okay, give it a go. See what happens.
Yeah, no, it seems to be just failings of the American education system, and that critical thinking isn't really being enforced as a skill early enough, or at all even, and that over the past few decades, no administration, Republican or Democrat, has made a productive effort to do anything about it. It's just kind of getting kids past is the goal, rather than getting kids educated and preparing them to inherit the country.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They don't get to think anymore.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
I got nothing more to say. I'm going to hang up now.
All right, you have a great day. Thanks for calling in.
You as well.
Bye. Yeah, shout out to No Child Left Behind. One day, George Bush will be held accountable for his crimes against humanity. One day. Don't know when that day will come, but one day soon. Let's hope. Anywho, guys, keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All of the good things, guys. Let's go ahead and knock out the remaining 5 of the moonwalks, because I'm moonwalking all over these bitches. I don't know why I said that. I got to work on me, y'all. I really do. I got to work on me. With that being said, let's go ahead and knock those out. We only have 5 of those left. All right. If you like this hat, you can check out hectorshops.com. Hectorshops.com. That's Hector with 2 R's. All right, 2 R's. Hectorshops.com and get you a Kamala with never cap. All right, do that. Also, what else do you got going on? Let's get the taps up to, I don't know, 300,000, I think Shauna said. I don't know how many we are at right now. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, let's get the likes up to 300,000 likes. All right, continue to share and repost the live, and let's do all of the good things, guys, all of the good things. And if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Thank you all so very much for everything, because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right, with that being said, if you are a Trump supporter, you are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. All right. If you're on TikTok, you can go ahead and turn that blue and pink person gray. Or if you're over on the tube, you can call the number on your screen, 720-295-4868. Again, that's 720-295-4868. All right. With that being said, you're not going to tell me that these people don't have some type of issue. You're really not going to tell me, because the simple fact is, like, why do you care so much about what somebody else, all right, is doing with their genitals?
Call from
Damon.
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay. All right. And why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, the reason why I'm supporting Trump is this. May I ask you a question first before I answer yours?
You can ask it. Go ahead, ask it.
Okay. Let me ask you, the reason why I guess you support Barack Obama, I guess, and Democrats, is it because he was the one that they put to the forefront, which the man could not do for himself? Is it because they used him as the front man for homosexuality and lesbianism?
These motherfuckers is obsessed.
No.
Y'all are obsessed.
I'm just talking.
Obsessed.
No.
Obsessed.
That's all I want to ask.
So obsessed with what other people do in their bedrooms. It is scary. You lay their head down on your pillow at night and think?
Because America was built off
Jesus
of
Christ.
bombarding into other people's lives. Look what's happened in Iran. Look what happened to my brother Muammar Gaddafi. Look what happened to my brother Hussein. So, sister, it's not about that.
Christ.
What I'm saying is that since you're asking the question for the supporters of Trump, I want to ask the question: did you support Barack Obama and his friends?
Obama didn't even run on gay marriage in 2008, bro. The fuck are we even doing here?
Man, this is historical. Because after you answer that question, I'm going to ask you another question. I ask you because you're asking.
Did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Trump.
Okay, why are you still supporting Trump?
Okay. The reason why I'm supporting Trump, because he was not put in the forefront for homosexuality and lesbianism. Number two.
So you do care about what people do in their bedrooms.
Hold on. Can I finish? Oh man, can I finish?
You just the first thing you said was about homosexuality. You care about what people do in their bedrooms. Weird.
Yes, because I have to speak from a brown man's point of view. He initiated and ultimately released it among the people and collapsed the black community with it. So yes.
The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm talking exactly how it is. I grew up in the era. I'm 42 years old. I grew up in that era.
You're telling me that gay people being able to get married collapsed the black community?
It was very, very respectful. It was very, very respectful. It was very respectful. Everybody kept their business to themselves. It wasn't rampant the way it was. When Barack Obama came into office, that's what it was. Number two, I supported number. I
Nigga,
supported
they was
Donald. I
gay
support
during the
number
Greek
two.
and Roman times, bro. It
But
was
we're
gay
not
as
talking about. We're
hell.
not
We
talking
had
about
gay
Donald
people
Trump,
during ancient African tribes.
You're asking about Trump. You're asking about Trump's time. I don't know
No,
about his
you
Roman. I
said
don't know
that
about his
you
Roman
said he
time.
put it to the forefront, is what you said. You said he put it to the
Yeah, that's what I'm
forefront.
saying.
That is
Barack
not true.
Obama
Gay
and
people
Donald
have been
Trump was
around for
not
a very
around
long
during the
time,
Roman
bro.
Greco times. I can't speak of those times.
The
Number two,
fuck?
the reason why I
Then
supported
read a
Donald
book.
Trump. The reason why I really supported Donald Trump the second time is because. Okay, listen. The reason why
Wasn't Sodom and Gomorrah where they
listen to
was
this.
like
The
fucking
reason-
angels and stuff? Like, isn't that what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah?
I understand that, but I'm not talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. Trump and Obama was not in Sodom and Gomorrah, even though they had a horrible lineage, especially Barack Obama. But let's not get into that. Let's not get into that, Sabrina's game guard. Just chill.
What are we doing here?
The reason why I did not support. Let me just break it like this. The
I
reason
don't care
why
why
did
you
not
didn't
support.
support. I'm asking why you
Why I
supported
didn't
Trump.
support Barack Obama and
I
I
don't
did not
care
support
why you
Donald
didn't
Trump.
support
Why
Barack
I did not-
Obama.
I
Barack
didn't vote-
Obama
why-
never
the reason
ran
why I
against
didn't
Donald
vote- The reason why I
Trump.
didn't for both of them is because
Jesus
I'm not dumb as
Christ
shit
of
like you to
Latter-day
vote for any
Saints.
president in the United States. I just wanted
Jesus.
to get on.
Shut up. I'm tired of people. I don't feel like I'm fucking tired of people.
Call from
My Holy Mary Cleaning Services.
to accept press.
They heard that name. They heard that name be said out loud. It's like, can't call up here and be a bigot. They heard that name. It's like, my holy lady something cleaning service. What the hell did they say it? And they was like, oh, can't call here to be a bigot. That's funny. Oh, look, he hung up. No, not the skedaddle. I want to play it.
Call
It went
from
skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle. Somebody said
press
skedaddle.
1 to send a voice.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
23.
23? Okay, all right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I do appreciate his views more than the left side. Like, I just could never see eye to eye with the more socialist, communist views or pro-choice views or anything like that.
One moment. Taffy, thank you for the 5. Friend, one moment, caller. Taffy, thank you for the 5, friend. I totally understand. And if you got to go, you got to go, friend. Protect your peace, all right? Shout out to Taffy. Draw some hearts and send some love to Taffy, y'all. Thank you very much. Yeah, totally understandable. Actually, caller, hold one moment, please. I'm going to place you on hold, okay? I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Call from
My Holy Mary Cleaning.
Caller, are you a Trump supporter?
I am
Okay, for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
28.
Okay, all right. It'll be a brief hold. I have someone in front of you, okay?
Okay.
Listen, if I'm going to give you all the best week of your life, all right, and you do appreciate me, I'm going to need you all to show it. I really am, all right? All right, I'm not going to be here for my birthday. I'm not. I'm going to be somewhere else, right? Cuz I think I deserve a break sometimes, right? Sometimes I got to take some time off, like real time off, no panel hopping, just actually disconnecting, and I'm going to do that. I am. I'm going to do that starting next Wednesday. Actually, next Tuesday. I'm going to do that starting next Tuesday, right? Act like you're going to miss me. There we go. Act like you're going to miss me. Let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. Let's get the likes up. Keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing and reposting the live. Keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. And Mr. Melvin, thank you for the 5. Mr. Melvin said, this is a super chat. Mr. Melvin said, Erica, these MAGAs are crazy, huh? They're all worried about somebody else's bed, huh? They homophobic, huh? They're hypocritical, huh? Welcome back. Hey, shout out for the juvenile reference. Shout out to Mr. Melvin. He gets it. Shout out to Mr. Melvin. Melvin's. Cool ass dude right there. Mwah. Thank you. Mwah. Who sent these? Who sent the hearts? Thank you, Trish. Mwah. All right, let's switch it and go to this guy. Shout out to Mr. Melvin, y'all. All right, thank you for holding caller. All right, I'm so sorry. My apologies. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Oh, it's okay. No problem. So I just was never on board with the more social welfare views or the like pro-choice views or socialism type of views. I just couldn't really see it on the left, something I could align with.
Okay. All right. So like in regards to the social welfare program, so like that part of it, all right. What's your stance there? Like, give us more, expound.
So I'm not fully against it. Like if somebody truly needs help and they have proof of a job record, they're going to work and they're not going to stay on it for long, that's fine. But I'm not a fan of loads of people being on it for an extended amount of time when I'm struggling and we're struggling here in the middle just to get by ourselves. And we don't really get those opportunities as much as the people at the bottom do.
Okay, so why think of it as a thing that I shouldn't be for it just because I don't get it? Shouldn't it be more so that maybe we need to look at reforming the system? Because there is a thing where we have the gap with the people in the middle, all right, who are just like at the brink of like they need the assistance, but because of income they don't qualify. So shouldn't we be like doing reform to see why, the real middle class, not the people that's making $125,000, $200,000, $250,000 a year. I'm talking about the real middle class, the family that's making $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year, but still struggling, to pay the bills. Right? Shouldn't we be looking at why we have an affordability problem here in the United States of America and not just taking, funding away from these programs? So now even more people don't have it.
I could be open to that. Actually, it's not a bad proposal, us asking the question.
Yeah. And that's what I think. And I think that's a problem that we have here is that we have a tendency to basically say things like, okay, if because I can't get it, then they shouldn't have it. Or it's more so like, well, why they got it and I can't get it? And, we get upset at the person that's receiving the benefit when we should be looking at our government. Because like for you, caller, what do you think the purpose of our government is?
I would say it's on the outside to protect us from foreign enemies, on the inside to help ensure our laws and our rights are protected and, keep the country running, without chaos.
No, it's for the well-being of the public. The well-being of the people is what it is for. And the well-being of the people would be ensuring, right, that people can eat, that the people have affordable homes, not even affordable homes, but the people have homes, right? That the people have access to medical care. We commodified every single thing within this country. Everything has a price. Everything has a price. Right? And unfortunately, millions of Americans have been outpriced.
So you're saying well-being as in the government should be bigger and it should be providing more to its people. Like we should be giving people houses and we should be giving people all the health care that they would want or desire.
I think in a perfect world, they would give them houses, but we should at least have affordable housing. I don't think that veterans should be homeless. Yeah. I don't think that people who go to work every day should be homeless, should be without a house. I don't think that kids shouldn't eat because the majority of the people that receive these benefits, especially like SNAP, so food stamps, all right, and then also people on Medicaid, these people work. It's just that we have corporations that don't pay livable wages to people. It's like as soon as that, like, what was it? I think it was like around the pandemic where these states started doing a minimum wage of like $15 to $18 and so on and so forth. But then what ended up happening is that we saw the price of rent jump by hundreds of dollars. All right. Rent went from being what, $1,300, all right, for a 2-bedroom to being $1,800, if not more, for a 2-bedroom. And I'm just basing that off of prices here in Phoenix.
Yeah, if I could jump in on that, I agree. And I also feel like that's the problem I have. If we give everybody these programs and we give the affordable housing, all the government-backed supplications, if we give people the higher wages, then what it's going to do is it's just going to make money worth less, and thus rent goes up, gas goes up, food goes up. I feel like it's not really fixing anything.
No. And the reason why I get where you're coming from, right? But that wasn't even the issue. That wasn't even the case. The thing is that we had legislation happening behind the scenes that not too many people were aware of. In like October of 2019, right? The United States was already dealing with a private equity problem, right? And something that they did during the Dodd-Frank Act during the Obama administration is they put a provision in place. And that provision said that private equity companies had to wait 30 days before they could put an offer on a home, on a private sale, right? They put that in. So what we had at that time is we still had private equity companies purchasing homes, but it wasn't at a rate that they started to after Donald Trump in October of 2019 remove that provision. So what ended up happening is that the housing market blew up. I don't know if you recall, but during 2020 and 2021, we had private equity companies buying up whole blocks.
People were buying stuff up like crazy. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And because of that explosion in the single family home market, what we also saw was an increase in rent, all right, in the rental market, because they do impact each other. Rent is based off of market value, just like homes are. So it became a whole thing. So that's something that happened. And so while states thought that they were doing a good thing, and they were, by increasing the the state minimum wages, like they did that here in Arizona. I think they did it up to $13 an hour, but they were increasing that. But then at the same time, boom, I kid you not. All right. The cost of living skyrocketed too. And there's other factors, of course, that were at play. And we don't have to go into all of them, but that's one of those things. So it's not always a correlation equals causation type thing. In this instance, it definitely isn't. There was other things going on behind the scenes.
So do you think even if there isn't a direct causation and correlation, like you're saying, what's going to stop businesses from doing it anyways?
Legislation.
I'm going to raise legislation.
Mm-hmm. We have to would
that harm profit margins at least? Because we still want our businesses to do fine.
Our businesses, their profit margins are perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine. Also, they don't even pay taxes.
Not just corporations.
Well, small businesses would still be fine also. But I think it'd be more so on the bigger businesses. And the thing about it is that because people are more apt to go to a big box store, all right, just as an example, than they are to go to a mom and pop shop for something. The mom and pop shop typically always, no matter what, is going to be priced higher anyways because of their profit margins, right? And then what we know is that we can get more competitive pricing if we go to the big box stores. So we already know that. So I think what we need, because during the pandemic, all right, we had the Kroger CEO pretty much admit that on their products, they were increasing the prices. And they did it on purpose. Mm-hmm. We need price gouging legislation in place. I'm sorry.
I'm not fully against holding corporations accountable for stuff like that. I'm not fully against that. And I'm open to what you said, the reform thing. I just feel like I'm going to go ahead a little unprofessional right now, if you allow me. Like, I just don't like it. Like, I just don't like the attitude that your side has. Not trying to call you out. I don't like the the feeling of negativity. Like, why do people have to hop on these calls and say, "Oh, I'm liberal, I'm Democrat, I don't like you guys, y'all are degenerate, you love Trump, you orange man lovers, and you and your silly God." I feel like that's not motivating me. Even if your stats, like the conversation we just had sounded nice, like I appreciate that, but I don't like the attitude that I see from a lot of you guys. It just kind of turns me off from it all.
It's
What do
like
you think about that?
it's like a matching energy type deal. I do not believe in taking the high road. I'm going to let you know that I don't. But what I would say is that when it comes down to it, it's not really about like what the other people say. And the reason why I say that to you is because you're going to have to think about like the policies, and you're going to have to think about like what's important to you, what's important to your family, what's important to the people that are around you. Right. And that's what you vote for. And you have to be able to look at these things and actually and dig and do the research. And I know it's crazy because people got to take care of the kids. They got full-time jobs. People trying to figure out, they trying not to rob Peter to pay Paul. People have a lot going on. Right. And so taking a moment to do the research on what's actually happening, it can seem daunting, but we really have to do it because it's to be perfectly honest, you got to just figure out what's important to you. Like for me, all right, I am okay with paying more in taxes if it means that the 200,000 children who lost their food benefits in Arizona over the last, 10 months, get their food benefits back. Because when it comes down to it, we pay the amount of money that we pay in taxes is so minuscule, all right, in the grand scheme of things, that an extra 10 cents isn't going to hurt me. And when I say an extra 10 cents, I'm like 10 cents a friggin' year isn't going to hurt.
You wouldn't want to get to a point where it's now I'm paying 40 and close to 50% taxes. People still want to keep their money.
Oh, I don't even think it'll go to high. We wouldn't even need to have a tax rate that high to even do universal health care. It'd be capped at 25%. And I said 10 cent, not percent, 10 cent, 10 cents. Like a dime.
10 cents.
Yeah, like a dime.
Interesting. But
yep.
But I guess could you address what I had said earlier? What's with is it just to get views, or is it just for content purposes? Why? Just before I called you, I ain't gonna lie, you seem like a pleasant person, but I was nervous. I see you it's talking, it's yelling, not yelling, but it's we're talking and getting mad at each other. Why can't we just get along? Why we gotta start?
I don't do bigotry well.
With each other.
I don't do bigotry well.
What? Bigotry, yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't it also the same if you mirror it? Why do we gotta?
It's not the same if I mirror it. No, it's not. It's not.
But it's kind of.
I know Trump supporters.
I'm
making an educated decision when I say I dislike people, all right, who support Donald Trump wholly. All right, not people who ask questions, not people who actually can critically think, not people who aren't sure, or people who express regret or anything of that nature. All right, the people who express the bigotry, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. There's no reason for anyone to be thinking about what somebody else has going on between their legs. There's no reason for it.
I agree. I don't really care what other people are doing. That's their business. As long as they're not coming and trying to override what I have, if you want to get married civilly and you're transgender, I'm not going to stop you. That's what you want to do. But I don't feel it's fair if they start. Yeah, I understand. I just don't want people making fun of us, saying, "Oh, well, y'all are Christians and y'all only believe in man and woman. Let's mess you up and change the church's views." I'm not really a fan of that. I'm not going to mess with you.
I don't think anyone is trying to change the church's views or anything of that nature. I just think.
I remember
Okay.
I'm sorry. You want me to go or you go?
No, you're fine. Hold on one moment for me. I have a few thank yous to say, and I'll be right back with you. You'll just hear silence, but I'm still here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, people may have messages for you. I don't know. I'll just read them out. Thank you very much, Taffy, for the 5. Taffy said, we are all stronger than we think. I ain't leaving. I know that's right, Taffy. I know that's right. Shout out to you, friend. And Taffy sent another $10 super chat and said my 10 cents. Thank you, Taffy. I appreciate you, friend. Drop some hearts in the chat for Taffy over there on the tube, y'all. Drop those hearts in the chat and drop those hearts over here over on the TikToks too. Thank you very much, friend. All right. Also, shout out to Lacey. Thank you very much, Lacey, for the $1. Lacey said, oh, how I wish you could use a clip of the Reading Rainbow song. Was this for the guy from earlier? I used to have the Reading Rainbow song on my soundboard, but I had to get a new soundboard, so I changed it. But thank you very, very much. I appreciate you, friend. All right, and also shout out to Lakeisha for the 20. Lakeisha said for dealing with a bunch of homophobic bigots. They are obsessed. They are obsessed. I want them to stop. Drop some friggin' hearts in the chat, guys. Thank you all so very much. Let's make sure we keep doing all of the good things, guys. It's highly, highly appreciated and most definitely accepted. If you would like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right, and if you're over in the tube, you can send a super chat. Again, thank you all so very much. And let's go ahead and knock out the rest of the butterflies. All right, I do like butterflies. I have not yet gotten stinky and gone to the butterfly emporium, but I will. I'll probably do that in June. Bubba, you want to get stinky and go to the butterfly emporium so the butterflies can stop because butterflies like stinky stuff. So you want to do that? Don't answer. Never mind. I regret asking. Never mind. Okay. All right. Let's get back. Let's get back to the call, guys. Thank you all so very much. Keep doing all of the good things. All right. So caller. Yeah. So again, I don't like bigotry. And me not liking bigotry is not bigotry in any way, shape, or form, because I am aware of who these people are. And the thing is, the most people that you speak to who say that they have something against gay people or against trans people have never met a person who is trans or gay in their lives. They only know what they have been told or indoctrinated to hate.
I mean, because I've been exposed to a few. They haven't ever said anything bad to me. I can't say that at all that I've had a negative interaction.
Yeah, just people trying to live their lives, just like the rest of us.
But I will say, back to the point I was saying, there were people on the news when because I just became Catholic. There was people saying oh, well, Pope Francis allowing the blessing of people that are gay in a gay relationship, and they're like, well, that's not enough. This organization, this group of people, they're going to have to do way more. They're not doing enough for us. And I'm like, and it seems real aggressive. And there's people entering Protestant seminaries trying to change the theological view and outsets. That does seem a bit offensive to me, but that it just seems like there's some form of agenda to try to change the way we do things. But I don't want to go out there and start saying, oh, well, we got to change their stuff. That does kind of bother me about that I see on the left.
I think that's more so just an evolution of being more accepting, because the Bible does not preach hate, especially in the New Testament. It doesn't preach hate. All right, God is a God of love, and Jesus, all right, is love. All right, that's the message in which he preached, to love thy neighbor. Right. So I think that's the thing that people get confused about sometimes. And then also another thing, when you start learning about the Bible and whatnot and how it came about and the changes in which it's gone through, the scripture that people often refer to about man shall not lay with man or lie with man, that wasn't there until 1946. And I was telling someone earlier, it was a mistranslation. It actually meant man should not lay with child. And they kept it as man should not lie with man because people picked up on it and it became a thing. And they've been using it basically to, justify their hate ever since. And it's been a whole thing.
Excuse me, Mom. Wait, you mean that?
Hello. What happened? Is the call still on?
Yeah, we're
Hello?
still on. I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I had thought you cut out or something. Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't fully researched the 1946 thing. I did hear that they say it's because they use modern words like homosexual, and of course that is true. Like that word has not existed back then, but I don't have a problem like you have to love people. Like I'm supposed to love you. I don't know who you are. I don't agree with everything. You can't go around if you have people that are going around saying like kill the gays and get rid of transgenders and because we hate them, you can't hate those people. I agree with you.
Yeah. So for
You can't do that.
you, what I would say, you seem pretty reasonable. What I would just say is continue to think about what's important to you. And what type of world, like what type of America it is that you want to see, and go from there. Go from there. I don't like the divisiveness that is happening. I don't like that more and more people are going hungry. I don't like that people are losing access to their medical insurance. I don't like that people are paying more money out of pocket for their medical insurance, and it's just highly unaffordable. I don't like that people are going to get sick because they don't have access to healthy food. I don't like seeing, a mom having to rent a room in an apartment for herself and her child. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Especially when just 6 months ago she had a job with the state and she was working and she had her own place, and now she doesn't. I don't like that. Like, it's getting so bad. Like, people can't even afford car insurance. Like, it's just gotten bad, and it doesn't seem like we have the current party that is in control doesn't seem to want to help, but it seems like they keep doing everything within their power to ensure that those who are rich, those who are wealthy, stay rich and stay wealthy. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So that's why I vote the way in which I vote. And hopefully, depends on what it is that you're okay with. You just go from there. That's the best thing that I can tell you.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. I don't think I disagree with anything at the end. I just feel like we got to figure out what's the best approach. But very nice talking to you. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Hi, caller. Thank you for holding. Yeah, you said you are a Trump supporter. Okay. Why are you still supporting Trump? Caller going once. Caller going twice. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, caller. Hi. There's an echo. You might want to mute the stream, or if you have me on Bluetooth, take it off of Bluetooth.
Yeah, it is off.
Okay. All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
It's very simple. I operate from a position of Christian ethics, and from my purview, schmortions are murder, and the overturning of Roe v. Wade has saved hundreds of thousands of lives. Yet your candidate couldn't do that, nor was in support of that. So from my purview of Christian ethics, there is nothing ethically that you can name going on in this administration that would counter the murder of hundreds of thousands of babies.
Bruh, that was highly subjective. You know that, right? It's not an objective fact. It's not objective. All right, that abortion is murder.
Science is
there
not
are so
objective?
many.
What about biology?
Excuse
is
me
not
one
objective?
moment. Please allow me to finish, because I allowed you to finish. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You asked why I
don't
was
do that.
still supporting Trump.
You did,
and I'm
and you
telling
answered the
from
question,
Christian
and now I'm
ethics,
responding to your
from Christian
question.
ethics,
What are we
it
doing?
makes the most sense.
Chat. Didn't he say there's nothing that you could say, all right, ethically, all right, that would counter it being murder? Something to that effect. That's subjective as fuck. This is all based in his opinion. That's all there is to it. That's it. Let's hopefully he can have a conversation. Hopefully you can have a conversation moving forward from this point. All right. And please don't interrupt me while I'm talking. You made a statement and I am responding to your statement.
Okay.
Again, nothing you said in regards to abortion, right, is rooted in objectivity. It is all subjective. Abortion, however, in fact, is not murder. It's not murder because abortion also counts as delivery. All right. So the determination of a pregnancy. So once you give birth, you ended the pregnancy. You can look at it that way.
Subjective.
You also additionally, right? Where in what state is it? I know they've tried to, but in what state, all right, is abortion codified as murder?
Okay, my turn now, right? Okay, so your prompt says what? Can you answer that question for me? What does your prompt say?
I'm going to ask you to get along with it. Just get to your point, please.
Oh, okay. So your prompt says, why are you still supporting Trump? Okay, and my response to that is because in my purview of the world, which is Christian ethics, the overturning of Roe v. Wade has saved hundreds of thousands of lives. So based on my purview, hundreds of thousands of children are now being able to live because of Donald Trump being in office.
Your
so
purview
no,
means shit, though. It doesn't mean
okay,
anything.
but guess
Your
what?
purview
Maybe
doesn't
you
mean
should change the
anything
difference
because
of
it's
your,
not murder, though.
maybe you should change
That's
your
just
prompt
you
then, because
living in
guess
delusion.
what? That's from my ethical system.
Did you really you waited on hold for about 30 minutes or so just to say that? Go ahead and hang up the phone then. If you're not trying to engage in an actual discourse here, hang up the phone.
Abortion is murder.
It's
Abortion's
not.
murder.
Where is it
Yes,
codified
it
as
is.
such,
Because
sir?
scientifically it says a human's life begins at conception.
Scientifically?
Okay? So if you're going to talk about
Scientifically? Scientifically? Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
In any study you can find.
Where?
Human life begins at conception.
Show us, sir. Show us where scientifically it says, all right, life begins at conception.
You can Google
No. This is your claim. Back it up. This is your claim.
Yeah, so
Back it
biological
up.
science and many ethical, philosophical, and religious traditions mark conception as the beginning of human life. Yeah,
Let's
so
see.
from
Where'd
a
you get that
biological
from?
standpoint, the elcovehealth.org. Here's one site here. Here's one site here. From a biological standpoint, fertilization, in parentheses, conception, is the moment a sperm cell penetrates an egg, creating a single-celled organism called a zygote. So yes, in anything you can research, and if my claim is wrong, then prove that it's wrong. Show me your counter to this, where I can find anywhere online that a human life begins at a different point. Does human life begin 2 weeks after conception? Where is the proof then? Where is the fact then? If you're going to say my claim is wrong.
Yeah, because most science actually goes about viability in regards to it. I took back the word most, actually. All right. So,
yeah,
all right.
sound
But
like
even
you're
your
fumbling a little
Bible,
bit.
the book that you claim to care so much about and you base your purview on, actually goes and says that life begins at first breath. Does it not?
Okay, but guess what?
But what? Why is there a but here,
but
though?
guess what?
Why is there
When
a
I
but?
brought in, here's
why is there a
why.
but?
Because when I brought in my Christian ethics, you said that was subjective. So I'm
It
giving
is
you something
subjective.
objective, dummy.
Oh, now you want to call names? I want to let you know
Yeah, because
I'm much better at it
apparently
than
my
you are.
Christian ethical
I want you to
purview
know that
is
I'm much better at it than
subjective.
you are. All
No,
right?
you're not.
All
And
right,
this is
Pookie
the
Bear. I
proof in
want you to let
that.
you know this. All right?
Abortion is
All right?
murder.
All right? Stink
And
miser.
science says,
Hey, listen, stink miser.
science says
Hey,
life
Beelzebub.
starts at
I need
conception.
you to
And if
understand
you can
something.
prove otherwise,
Hey,
I would
listen.
love to see or hear.
Listen, your brain's smoother than a marble, all right? All right,
Where?
smoother than granite
Where?
countertops, by all
Where can I
means.
find human
Science
life
says
beginning
that
anywhere
we
else?
look at the viability, because if you actually look at science, what you'll know is prior to viability, that the fetus has no chance. I'm not going to say no chance, has a lesser
don't even know
chance
what
of
you're saying.
actually living outside of the human body. Okay? So
Hey,
that
guess
means living
what?
outside of the
Do you want a
womb.
bunch of
So there's that part.
citations?
So we have
Do you
that.
want a bunch of
Additionally,
citations?
another thing is
Or
that
no?
what you have to look at is the actual personhood.
What
You
about
have to
some
look at
sources?
personhood.
Would those help you in understanding
I'm glad I
the
couldn't
truth
hear
of this?
you.
Would the truth be revealed to you if I could reveal some sources to you of the truth? Okay, so here, go to your computer and click acpeds.org.
Who the fuck, Mom, Donnie? Who are you talking to? Who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? Thank God. I put his ass on hold and he hung up. Who the fuck is he talking to? I've already crashed out earlier. I don't feel like crashing out no more. So there's that part. Anywho, stop worrying about what somebody does with their uterus. Have that conversation with the person you're fucking. That's all I got to say about that. Anywho, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. All right. I can't believe I was about to go and have an abortion conversation with a man. Am I well? Who the fuck am I? What in the world? What was I doing? What was I thinking? Interesting. So, anywho, if we go by his definition of life and saying that it begins at conception, right? Then what we have to say is, why hasn't any state actually codified murder, all right, of the fetus? Right. The only reason why you can be charged with murder of a fetus is if, in fact, you kill the host, the carrier, the mom. All right. The person with the uterus. All right. Because you did it without their consent. So you ended the life without their consent is how it's seen per the law. But we can't get there. I'm not going to do condescension too well. Not today. I'm not. Not in my juke joint. We have about like 10 more minutes. It's something that I want to do today at 6 p.m. So we have about 10 more minutes and we'll have to see what happens. But while we wait to see if we'll get another Trump supporter, thank you so much to Sicker Society for the 5. Sicker Society said this caller is incorrect and just boring. That was fair. That was fair. And Dean sent 2 and said abortions are up in nearly every state that tried to ban it. Hobbs hasn't saved anything. Dobbs hasn't saved anything. That is very, very true. That is true. It has not saved anything. They don't care, though. They don't care. We know that what was the year was? It was either 2024. I think it was by 2024 that they were up by 11% in states that were reporting, because it's still states that do not report, like Texas don't report. A lot of the southern states, of course, just simply don't report abortion stats any longer. But for the states that do report, we know that like in 2024 that it was up by 11%. So there's that part. Also, we know that the cases of rape and incest went up in a state like Texas. So we have that. Why people keep, wait, there you go. Bubs. Hello, Abu. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Erica.
Salam.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't wanna take much of your time, but if you remember the last time I joined your panel, I asked you if I can join every now and then to share updates
Sure.
from what's happening here. You know, I know that for the people living in the US, they think that there's a so-called ceasefire taking place here in the Gaza Strip. But the reality is completely different because the last time I joined your panel, the casualty number was 780 Palestinians unalived since the beginning of the so-called ceasefire, and now the number has risen to 850. So with every day passing by, they are committing more crimes. And yesterday was a really difficult day for the people of the Gaza Strip, especially here in my area in Deir el-Balah, in which they carried out an airstrike that targeted a soup kitchen. Soup kitchen, like a humanitarian project to feed the starving people. They attacked it and unalived 3 Palestinians. And they carried out several airstrikes that led to the unalivement of total 9 Palestinians and the injury of more than 20.
Jesus.
And it's been going on for far too long. We're very exhausted and so tired of what's happening around us.
What is it that, there's not, I'm trying to think, like, what is it that we can, what can we do? Because it's just, it's like there's no stopping them. There's no stopping them. And it's sad. And it's maddening and angering because it's like there's nothing that we can do to help them. To help you.
I wish I have an answer. Erika. A lot of people ask me, what can we do? But unfortunately, we're like, for us, after 2.5 years of this ongoing G-side that is not stopping, I feel like there's nothing to do. But we're trying to raise awareness. We're trying to tell everyone. We're trying to expose them, hoping that the Western countries and the US will stop supporting such an entity. Did you hear about the global Samud flotilla, Erika?
I've heard about a flotilla. I think there was one either a week ago or a week before that, but no, you can definitely tell us about it though.
Yeah, so the global Samud flotilla is a movement, a group of activists from almost 40 countries around the globe who decided to help the people of Gaza by setting sail to Gaza to break the siege imposed on Gaza for almost 18 years. It started back in 2008, and since then they have been conducting flotillas trying to break the siege imposed on Gaza. Recently, they moved from different countries, and the Israeli Navy intercepted them inside the sea, abducted 175 activists. They were all subject to SA and mistreated. Then they got released. Yesterday, 54 ships moved from Turkey, and they were trying to set sail to Gaza. And guess what? A couple of hours ago, they intercepted them in international waters. And we don't have any confirmed information about exactly what happened or how many ships were intercepted. But we hear that they have abducted 400 activists from different countries. And they were moved to a ship that was turned into a prison in the sea.
Oh my.
Yeah, so this is happening right now, and there are still ships that decided, despite the risk, to continue sailing to Gaza. But the media, unfortunately, is not covering their news, and they are not talking about them. And I just wanted to raise awareness on what those people are going through, because it's not easy to leave everything behind and decide to set sail to break the siege on Gaza. But they have taken the risk because they believe that what the people of Palestine are going through is just not fair and too much.
No, it's not. It's not. I know, like with Israel, I was watching something the other day, and it was talking about how they treat journalists, and like as approximately 200 journalists have been killed by the IDF since the start, since October 7th, and they do this? Do they do the same thing with activists, and they just get away with it?
They have done it several times. If you remember Rachel Corrie, have you ever heard about Rachel Corrie? She's an American activist that was killed in Gaza back in 2000 or 2000 something because she stood in the face of an Israeli bulldozer that was trying to demolish a Palestinian house. They ran her over and unalived her. She was an American activist.
Yeah,
Some of those activists were beaten so bad. Some of them were shot. Like, there has been so many several incidents. And even in the past flotilla, one of the activists reported that she was raped by IDF, by Israeli soldiers, just because she decided to support the people of Palestine. So yes, we are dealing with an entity that does not care about any kind of laws because the US is supporting them blindly and protecting them. Shireen Abu Akleh, and I recommend you to look her name up, she was an American Palestinian journalist working in the West Bank, and she was shot by an Israeli sniper. And guess what? No accountability. No one was punished. They got away with it, even though she's an American citizen. She was a journalist wearing a vest that says press, and yet she was targeted. The same goes for a lot of innocent people. It happens on daily basis. But I wanted to come up to talk to you about the humanitarian situation here.
Mm-hmm.
Erika, there are 2.2 million people in Gaza. Okay? And after the Israelis decided to attack the Gaza Strip, they have destroyed 80% of the buildings in Gaza, which means that 80% of the population in Gaza are now living in tents. Imagine the tent that you might have taken before to camp, to spend 2 days with your family. Those families, they have been living in these tents for more than 2 years. Okay?
My God.
Now, life in a tent, I cannot even describe it to you. With complete destruction of infrastructure, they don't have water, they don't have electricity, they are receiving hardly any food or medication, and they have to deal with the hot weather or cold winter, or even bugs, insects, snakes, scorpions, whatever might affect them. For example, recently, more than 75,000 cases has been hospitalized because of parasites and rats.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine that we cannot even get rid of our garbage anymore, so it's normal to be walking in the streets of Gaza and find tents for people and children and women living in them, and right next to them a huge pile of garbage, because there's no way for us to get rid of this garbage. Even sewage water is spreading everywhere, and you can imagine how the diseases are spreading and affecting each and every one of us. So the situation is definitely catastrophic. They are not allowing enough aid into the Gaza Strip. People have lost their jobs, their income. They cannot buy anything because the prices are skyrocketing. And this humanitarian crisis is just deteriorating, and it's really bad.
It's beyond. It's beyond. Abu, will you do me a favor? Because I am following you on this account. If you will you please just send me some additional information so I can share it? Because the best thing that we can do right now is awareness, is make people aware of what's going on in Gaza. And I am just, you already know, it's just heartbreaking that we can't do more.
I know. I will share credible resources, inshallah, with you.
Thank you.
So that you can share it with your audience. And
Thank you.
as I told you before, whenever you feel like you have the time to bring me up or host me, we can talk about everything you need to know about the situation here
I'll
from
always
the
make
beginning
time.
till the end.
Yep. I'll always make time.
I don't want to take much of your time. I just want to say one last thing. So guys, I'm 30 years old and I have been living under occupation my whole life. I have never known the meaning of peace. I have never known the meaning of safety. And because I am advocating for my cause, every time I go to sleep, I wonder whether if I'm gonna wake up in the morning or not. Every time I go up on a panel and I speak, I try to represent my people and my cause the best way possible, because I'm not sure whether this is gonna be the last time for me to get that chance or not. When we share with you information or stories about what's happening in Palestine, I beg you not to leave it in here and forget about it once we leave. I beg you to share it with the people in your circle and to raise awareness, because they are trying to silence us, they are trying to intimidate us, but with your help, we can reach out to more people. With your help, we can defeat their propaganda and narrative, and we can help the truth prevail. It's really hard here. I cannot find words to describe to you the current situation in Gaza. But also I want you to know that the people of Palestine are resilient, and that we know that what we are going through is hard, but we will not allow them to break us, and we will keep fighting, and we are not planning to go down without a fight no matter what.
I just pray that at some point in your life that you'll get to know peace. That's the wish for you, that you'll get to know peace, Abu. Please send the information, and thank you. And I will get it out to my audience, to the Discord, and just make people aware so that we can have those conversations with the people around us, so that we can let more people be aware of what's going on, and we never know whose ears it may fall upon.
Thank you, Erica. I appreciate it. I heard you had, I don't know if you want to leave or you have something to do.
I'm supposed to
I
go
don't
to
want
a
to take
town.
much of your time.
You're fine. I am about to end. I'll always make time. I'm going to go to a town hall with the state attorney general, and try to learn some information about what's going on here in Surprise. But thank you for coming up. And again, you are always welcome. You're always welcome. So thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. And also,
thank you so much, Erica.
Just hang out. Chat, what we're going to do is we are going to do the outro. Show love as best as possible to Abu while he's here. And what we're going to do is make sure you are following him, okay? make sure you're following Abu. He does host a live, all right, where he goes over updates with what's going on in Palestine, all right, just to keep us updated. I've said and I've listened sometimes, and please, it's very informative. So please, by all means, follow Abu. All right, do that. Make sure you do that. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro. All right, and say thank you to everyone. And then hit the road, Jack. Let's see here if I can find the thingy. There we go. All right. Thank you all so very much for hanging out here today. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you to everyone who tapped the screen, who shared the live, who reposted, who sent a gift, who sent a dono, who showed love to Abu. Again, make sure you are following him. All right. Please do that. Also, thank you to the tubers commenting. Make sure that we do like the stream, we subscribe, we do all other good things. Thank you to Stephen Grayer also, and thank you to Lisa Harper. I think Lisa Harper is what it is. Thank you both so much for the gifts over there on the tube. I didn't want to miss out on you guys. Thank you all so very much for doing all of the good things here. Also to Honey and to Aaron. All right, I think I got everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Thank you all so very much for the love. I appreciate each and every last one of you. And I do leave you with this, as I always do. All right, if you can't do something kind for yourselves, please go do something kind for someone else. I haven't checked who's live, but whoever it is, by all means, make sure you go and you say hi. You send Erica Ray, you drop some hearts in the chat. Do the same thing over on the tube. Thank you all so very much. With that being said, I love y'all. I really do. I will see you guys tomorrow for another day of fun. And also tomorrow I'll be co-hosting with Matt on his stream at night. So look out for that. With that being said, thank you again, Abu, for joining me here today. Thank you, chat, for being awesome. Y'all are friggin' fantastic. I love y'all.